This is Reality Dispatch, written by Jim Mintz.
They called him the Viper of Rome. He was swift with a sword. But when I watched him, which was not often, he was as admirable and brave as any other. A distinction should not have been placed on him or his efforts. Nevertheless, this is what the crowd did, or does, as is their wont and desire. They gravitate towards a hero, someone the common man can fall in love with. The common man can desire and emulate. Their bravery is infectious. In October, it was a warm day and the sun bore down a glow unusual for the hour inside the dust of the Colosseum. The Viper entered from the chambers below and was flanked with the downpour of 1,000 rose petals. The ones from his fight the day before still drenching the floor and smothering as if their purpose to life kept them in bloom despite their severance from the vine. He raised his sword and his left fist high, the roar of the crowd deafening. He was a draw, there was no doubt. He brought with him fame that would dwindle and evaporate like the wind, but he had it for this brief moment in time. No doubt he had it. I stood and gave my nod of appreciation. The crowd quietened when I did so. I did not do this for such a display of authority. I did it to showcase my genuine admiration for the bravery it took this man each and every day. Beast, man, beast. The Viper, or Dravus as he was born, showed his strength in a fearlessness that was admirable. "Be well, Dravus," I said. "May the gods shine down on you." The crowd clapped my encouragement. As I say, I did not say these things for their benefit. I was genuine in my hopes and my prayers. The Viper acknowledged my sincerity with a nod and a bow. I did not find this necessary, but for him not to do so would have caused problems beyond the topic of discussion. Little was he to know, nor I, nor our audience gathered that this would be Dravus's final performance in the arena on this day. The lion was unleashed from the left hemisphere, the tiger from the right. The chains were removed, and they gathered pace in a sprint from both sides. The Viper had his eyes on one, but did not seem to notice the other. We watched in horror as the anticipation of his destruction lay in wait. But he was deceiving us. He knew full well the dangers that stalked him. He slashed at the lion with his blade and made a turn in the precise moment to take a stab at the tiger, a mortal plunge that took the life of the beast instantly. All that remained was the lion. It had survived his swipe and was angered by his attempt. It circled him, readying itself for the attack. Dravus, ever in attack formation, his back lowered, his sword raised high, his shield cocked into his ribs, was awaiting the strike, readying himself for the counter. The moment arrived as the lion made the lunge. Dravus pierced his blade forth like a projectile, to no avail. His efforts missed the lion, and the teeth of the beast sunk into his collarbone. Soon it had consumed a large amount of flesh off the young one's neck, and he lay on the dirt floor, as a newly minted member of the thousands of others who had laid on the killing floors, bathed in his own blood and holding on, with fright and prayers for the life he was surely about to lose. The crowd were silent, momentarily. Then the campaigns began. "Live, live, live," their chants recited. The beast was accosted and put back into custody with the chains of the soldiers. His flesh lust having been satisfied, he was agreeable to leave the arena. I was called upon to make a determination. I stood to address the crowd and I looked upon them. Then I looked down at the fallen Dravus. "I must see him," he is attempting to speak. "I want to know what it is he is saying," I said to my centurion. I was escorted down the stands and onto the arena floor. This was unconventional. I did not care. I made my way over to the fallen warrior who I noticed, now that I was closer to his wounds, was breathing in what little access to air he had left in such rapid succession and formation. He was clinging on to the elixir of life. He watched as I approached. He attempted to speak, but only blood emerged from his lips. As I arrived, I lowered myself to hear from him clearly. "Please, Caesar," he began. "I do not wish to die," he said. I spoke. "Warrior, you enter this arena every day with the threat of death hanging over your soul. You face that threat every single day without fail. You are, no doubt, a brave man. The gods have blessed you. But let us imagine this. You are spared your life by the raising of my thumb. We treat your wounds and patch you up. You are given warmth and wine. You are given health again. You are patched up and reborn. What then of your life?" I asked. He was panting, the breath escaping. I seek to serve Rome, master, he said in panicked breath. How is it you wish to serve Rome, brave warrior? I asked. Your skills lie only in the arena or the battlefield. He was looking at me as he panted. I will serve Rome in the arena or the battlefield. I will serve as Rome desires, he said. So you will live only to face death once more. Child, it is no disgrace to accept your fate on this day than to pray for it to arrive another day. By any measure, you will face the same fate. The question that remains is the date of its arrival. Do you choose this day or another? I asked. I understood his silence to be in contemplation of my question. He could have answered me if he chose, but instead he raised his hand up. Taking all his might, he lowered his thumb and held it there for the briefest of moments before his hand collapsed into the dirt. I turned to the centurion. You have heard his answer. Give him swiftness in his journey to the gods, I instructed. I then escorted myself off the killing floor and back to the stands where I would watch another tempt of fate, this time with another cast of characters.
For more stories of fact-based fiction, head to jimmins.substack.com.